am entering the chili cook-off at school, and we are to take cinnamon rolls. So I am making my gluten-free, dairy-free cinnamon roll muffins from our Dining on a Dime gluten-free, dairy-free edition. It is on page 58 right there. Now, gluten-free cinnamon rolls are kind of hard to make because the dough falls apart really bad. So I did the cinnamon roll muffins because that way you're not having to worry about your dough falling apart all over the place, and you'll just still have the great cinnamon roll taste without the pain in the rear cinnamon roll disintegration. That's what I was trying to think of. Thank you, dear. Okay, so now what we need is our gluten-free flour. Once again, I use the all-purpose Walmart, but you can use any one-for-one flour. Scoop your, well, that didn't do very good. Spoon your flour into your measuring cup. Don't scoop your measuring cup into your flour because you get too much then. Okay. So now, there we go. So 1 and a half. Okay, there we go. Now, add xanthan gum if your one-for-one flour does not have xanthan gum. Mine does, so I'm not adding it. Then I'm adding my salt and my sugar. Oops, I think my measuring cup has a problem there.
Those things that happen at wild parties.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have such a, oh no. Okay, so I'm out of baking powder. So let me show you guys, for those of you who watch my other channel, Living on a Dime, this is how I use my stockpile, okay? I'm out of baking powder. So here's what I do. Ready? Insert music mic. Here we go. Look at my beautiful picture I got for $10. Isn't that pretty? And then we come in. No, don't tell me. Oh, thank goodness. So I just use my stockpile. My stockpile is not something that I keep separate from my other food. I just use it all the time. Now, back to the video. Oops. Are you ready? Well, I was thinking about it. I don't know, we'll see. Now we're back. Okay, so now I need 2 teaspoons baking powder. Now, always check the expiration dates on your baking powder because if it's expired, baking powder does not go but a couple of months past the expiration date. So if it's expired, your baked goods aren't going to rise. Okay. So then what I do is I just stir around my dry ingredients, get those all mixed, get my egg, and my dairy-free milk. If you're not dairy-free, regular milk is fine, but I am. You can use any of the milks: oat, almond, coconut, flax, cashew. Any of those are fine. And then I have homemade vanilla. Oh dear. Wow. Oh boy, they're going to be having fun at the cook-off tonight, aren't they?
The chili too.
All right. Now, the next thing you need is butter flavored shortening, but I don't have any butter flavored. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use regular shortening and add butter extract flavoring. Butter extract or flavoring. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me melt this in the microwave. Okay, while this is microwaving, shortening is imperative. You can substitute butter or margarine if you want, but they are not going to turn out the same. Shortening gives it the fluffiness that makes all the baked goods in the store taste good. So you can substitute if you want, but the product, but the cinnamon roll muffins are not going to come out the same. All right, while that's finished melting, I'm going to put in my butter flavor. This bottle lasts me like 3 years. So, okay, that's probably melted enough. So then, got it in, break up my egg. Stir it around. Whoa, sorry about that. Now you can use a mixer if you want. I don't feel like messing up a mixer right now. Just get it all mixed in. Why dirty a mixer if you don't have to? This will just be arm day. Make sure you get it all down in the bottom. Okay. Now, next what we're going to do is we are going to take our dairy-free butter. Now, this is just homemade ghee that I have. And we are going to soften it. It's already actually softened, so I'm good with that. Oh, no. Are you serious? Oh my goodness. Okay, now I gotta go back downstairs and get brown sugar. No, I don't. Huh? I have brown sugar in my trusty pantry right there. Oh, thank goodness. I didn't really feel like going back downstairs. Oh, well. See, I just do that instead of the gym, right?
Yeah, arm day.
Okay, now, my brown sugar, if your brown sugar is hard, you can put it in the microwave, cover it with a moist paper towel for 20-30 seconds. If you're not in a hurry, put a piece of bread in here, close it up, and it will soften your brown sugar for you.
Or watch Mike's video.
Or watch Mike's video. Okay, then my gluten-free flour. Now, this is the topping that we're making now. For this one, it doesn't have to be exact. That's why I'm scooping it out of there. Just approximate is fine. This is just the topping, so it's not going to matter. If I get too much, I guess I should have finished that sentence. Okay, so then, now note, I'm using it in the measuring cup, so I'm not dirtying another pan or bowl. I mean, dirtying another bowl, I guess. I don't believe in using 1,000 different bowls for all this kind of stuff. Just like so. All mixed in. Okay, now there's your topping. Now, what you're supposed to do, according to the recipe, is take and put blobs of this in your dough and then put it in your muffin tins. But I want to make sure that every muffin has a little bit of cinnamon roll in it, of course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill them after I spray them with cooking spray. Okay. By the way, guys, I got this cooking spray at a yard sale for $1 from a restaurant that was closing. So look at different places for your baking stuff. And so I also got these muffin tins from the same place. So what I do is I put a little bit in each cup first. Okay, so now I have a little bit in each cup. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put a little blob of cinnamon roll in, and then the cinnamon, what do you call it, topping in, I guess. Then what happens is the dough will go around it. As it rises, it'll mix in, and you'll have like a little bit of cinnamon roll in each one. Now, like I said, you can drop these in your batter. That's perfectly fine. It's either way, it doesn't really matter. Just since I've written the book, I realized I like this method a little bit better. Okay, then I'm going to take and put just a little bit more in each muffin tin. I need to finish my sentences, don't I? I'm not very good at finishing my sentences. It's because I'm just concentrating so hard to make sure I get all of this yummy goodness. And I'm salivating thinking about all the yummy cinnamon rolls that I don't get to eat. Oh my goodness, how in the world did I manage that? Oh wow. Look at, absolutely perfect for the last one. I have no idea how I managed that. I never usually get it that close. Okay, now this one maybe needs a little bit more. Spread that one. Kind of make them as even as possible. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and just spread them in just a little bit more. Gluten-free baking, it doesn't spread as well as regular baking. So I just go in and make sure it's a little bit more even, just because that's what I do. Okay, now my oven is at 350 degrees. All right, there we go. Now we're going to let it bake. Guys, if you love these videos, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. This lets YouTube know you love my videos, and hit the notification bell and click all notifications so you will get all of my recipes when they come out. All right, my cinnamon roll muffins are almost done, so I'm going to make up the glaze. You've got your powdered sugar. I just rinsed out my measuring cup. And then my little bit of milk and vanilla. Oops, there they are right now. Okay, so we're going to get the glaze done, then I'll get them out of the oven. Now, to make a glaze, you just kind of add just a little bit of milk until it gets to a thin consistency, just like so. Now, if it's too thin, you can add a little bit more powdered sugar. If it's still too thick, just add a little bit more milk. I think that's a little too thin, so I'm just going to add a little bit more, or a lot more. Actually, I meant to add about half of that amount. But we just had a big Halloween party 2 days ago, and now we're having a big dance. It's 2 days later, so I'm not with it. Okay. There. Now we're getting to the consistency I want. That's about the consistency I want. See how that's kind of a thick pudding consistency? That's what you want. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to check the cinnamon roll muffins to see if they're done. Ooh, I think they are. Okay. Yep, comes out clean. Perfect. Now, okay, now we're going to let these cool for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we're going to glaze them. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay, so now we're going to take the glaze and drizzle it on top, just like so. Whoa, whoops. Oh dear. Oh no.
That's mine.
Had an issue. Let's see, would this be a good thumbnail for this one? Maybe. Okay, now see this one that's falling apart? That's going to be my tester.
You know what? If you add more glaze, then it won't be obvious that it's falling apart.
Oh, it won't?
No.
But then I can't test it. Okay, so you can see the cinnamon roll part right there. See the cinnamon roll part? Okay, here we go. Okay. That is delicious. Oh my goodness. Perfection. Go watch this video next, guys. The recipe is in the description below. livingonadime.com.